Hey guys, how's it going? Topic of the day is dealing with sanitation because everybody in the world is flipping out about that. And so we are going to talk through how to clean microphone grills because those are so close to your face all the time and, shared between multiple people, especially in the church world. So that said, let's talk about the products. Okay, things to need would be toothbrushes, the cheapest toothbrush you can buy. Alcohol, I got 91% of the alcohol. Basically anything that's true antiseptic and sanitation requires 60% or greater. So I just went with the highest percentage. And then grabbed a couple of these guys we went to our local drugstore, actually two, but I mean, there they are. And then finally some mouthwash. Now, some people will say just use mouthwash or like a detergent. The problem is that while this will deal with bacteria, it won't deal with any viral stuff. That the alcohol content in here is not going to be high enough. Let's see here. It says menthol. Like this one doesn't even have alcohol, so how's that for you? So I thought I had bought one with alcohol, but the point for this is actually just to make the capsule smell better, because that is, pretty pungent, even though it should evaporate off before you ever used it. This will make it at least, I don't know, fresh breath. That's the idea here. That's what I've always done and how I've always done it. So, and then you have your mics, your grills. We'll take these apart and we'll make a couple little trays. One for some alcohol, one for the mouthwash, and then we'll take the trays out and we'll kind of go through that process. All right, so this is a KSM9 capsules grill, and there is inside a foam, which you won't be able to see, but it's in there, I promise. A foam piece that lines the inside underneath of the grill here. On this capsule, you can't take that out. Like a 58, you can, but and if you can, you would want to be able to wash it separately. But with these guys, you just leave it in, and we'll show you how to do that from here. Some of them, so basically, I mean, if you can take the foam out, then great, do it. If you can't, you can kind of see it there. And there's like this metal lip that keeps it in there. So that's fine. It's not worth working it out to get there. So what we're going to do is just take some alcohol and basically pour it here. Cool. I'm not going to go too much with that. Then you basically literally just set these guys down in here for a few moments. And then we'll take the toothbrush to it here in just a moment. And you don't want to fill it all the way up because obviously you're putting stuff in here, so it will overflow. All right, so now with these having been in here for 20 or 30 seconds, and you just want to make sure that they get fully saturated on the inside. You can see the foam in there now. And so really just a couple minutes is all it needs. We're going to take a toothbrush, we're going to take them out, and we'll actually scrub the outside of these guys and get them, basically clear any debris off of our lipstick, things like that. You're going to run into. Most of these are actually pretty decent right now. These are our MC mics. We're not going to do full Listerine, like just whatever antiseptic mouthwash. We're not going to go 100% this. We're going to dilute it a bit. So we'll we'll just cover the bottom, and then we'll fill the rest up with water to where it's not just this. All right, so they've all been taken out of the alcohol. Now I will say, you don't want to set this stuff in there for a long time. I mean, you can see the color here. I would say probably 80% of that, if not all of it, is just from the foam on the inside. The dye, I would assume that they use on the foam. I mean, you can see the grill itself, like it's not discoloring or losing paint or anything like that. But at the same time, this is one of the older ones. That's already, but so you're not like turning your black grills white by using that, but you really only have to set them in just like that because the alcohol is up to this point anyhow from here to here, and that's the only real area that is being touched with or around your mouth. So now we have the, again, just a little mouthwash, which I really just covered the bottom of this with mouthwash and then filled it up with water. So it's just a diluted mouthwash and mixed it up. So then I take the toothbrush and from here, we're gonna grab one of these guys out and let's see here. Just simply grab one of these guys out. You can brush around the backside, which we've not, it wasn't in the alcohol at all. And so we'll go all the way around. And just make sure to clear anything that's inside the grill itself, clear that away. Cool. We've gone a full 180 degrees there, or 360, whatever. Just put the whole bottom in, and you can see it bubbling. And more than anything, it's just, this is a make it smell much better, more pleasant, more so that for the, the alcohol's killed anything that's going to be on or in the mic. So we're just making this more pleasant now by having that available now. So yeah, I mean, looks pretty good here, and it's kind of gross. You can see all the different oils and stuff. I don't know, maybe you can or can't, but that comes off of it. So, but that just all goes to show how important it is to do this. And so, some of that could be micro bubbles from my toothbrush. But so now that we have this guy, I'm going to take a fourth little thing here, and all this stuff I spent $20, like $20 and maybe a quarter. And so around here, I'm going to squeeze the foam, try to get any excess out, and just stick that in there. So we're going to do that 8 more times. I'm just going to set that in here, and I'll show you once more just for the sake of doing. So 360 degrees on the bottom, and then we'll do the same thing on the top. Great, and then we'll go actually across the top of it. It does smell so much better, that is for sure. So now, cool. And we'll do that 6 more times. All right, so this is our Listerine water that's no longer clear and blue. Obviously, a lot of that's going to be from the dye that's in the foam in here. All of them have been brushed, cleaned off, and then we're just sitting in a dry one of these guys. So now, the next thing is, before these can go back on, they need to be absolutely and 100% dry. So I'm putting my finger in here and making sure that all the drips and extra drops in the foam are out. And then we have a fan that we're going to put down here and point down at the stuff here, and just let it go. So that will be, we'll come back here in just a little bit. Yeah, there's definitely a solid breeze hitting those guys. And it'll take probably about an hour for them to be completely dry, maybe not even quite so much. So, but yeah, we'll come back and check in just a little bit. So I realized that with them actually like face down in here, they were going to take forever to try to dry. So I flipped these guys upside down and then put a lid upside down as well. So there's a little ridge that will catch any extra water. You can kind of see some moving around right there. And then I just set 4 mics on and kind of stair-stepped it up. So it's hitting these definitely right on. And back here, even like the stream of air is here. So they're all getting about the same amount of air, which is great. Yeah, that's that. Hopefully that'll speed up the process even a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, really now it's just, you know, cleaning this stuff up, throwing away garbage. And like I said, I mean, I spent $20, 27. So, like I said, you don't have to get the 91% alcohol. It's probably more abrasive than is needed, but I mean, just for me, I figured it's not that big of a deal. Again, you're not wanting to keep these mics in, like you're not wanting to keep the capsules in there for a long period of time. It doesn't take very much time at all. So just literally put them in. I had ours in maybe 90 seconds, not even. So between there and then putting it into that's much less abrasive as the mouthwash. So between the two there, you know, I don't want you to have to worry about or be concerned with taking some of the paint off or anything like that. I mean, this is post it being done, and I mean, they're absolutely just fine. Like, you're not missing, you know, the top half isn't silver or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, it's totally okay. You're going to be fine. So but that's it. I mean, now we just let it sit out, and again, we want to let them be completely dry before we put them back onto the capsule. So we're going to put the capsules back away. We'll leave those there for the next few hours and make sure that the foam inside, like actually putting our finger inside and testing it, is completely dry, and then yeah, everything will be good. To go from there, we'll put them back on. And so, you know, I would say do something like this as often as you can. Really is a good thing, but and especially right now, we just wanted to make sure to honor everybody and try to keep them in mind with all the junk that's going around. Immediately, it's just an immediate thing that we can do to help protect everybody, but good practice for keeping them clean anyway. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for tuning in, and feel free to leave any questions if you got them. But otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of the day, great afternoon, or wherever time of day you are, and good to go. Thanks, guys.